Hello and welcome to Weird World Weekly, a production of Galactic Netcasts. I'm Dave Nelson, and that there, my friend, is Matt Stein. What's up, Matt?
I'm so ready to get weird right now, Dave.
Is there a certain reason why you're so ready to get weird?
Not really. Been a while since we did these. I'm excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should really explain to the people that we record 3 episodes in one sitting. So
That's true.
the last one that people heard on the podcast feed, we recorded back in April sometime. So a lot of time has gone by between the last one and this one.
Yeah, my body started going through some changes that I just don't understand.
Developing hair where there was no hair before, that kind of thing.
Yep. My voice got deep. It's just crazy.
And we changed seasons too. It was winter the last time we recorded. Now it's summer. Weird.
Yeah, it was probably snowing, and it's like 70 degrees out right now.
Yeah. All right. So everybody, welcome to the podcast where we discuss all things weird, strange, odd, and the unusual in the categories of the paranormal, the mythological, the conspiratorial, or anything else that doesn't fit in those categories but is still weird. And we deliver it to you in under 15 minutes or less. And
or your pizza's free.
To clarify, too, it's 15 minutes from the time that we start actually talking about that subject. All this stuff in the top of the show doesn't count.
Just filler.
Exactly.
We're like what's inside of hot dogs. This is your hot dog right now.
So we're like the bone and the blood and the guts. Is that what we are?
Yeah. Snout and anus, I believe it is.
All right. So how we decide what to talk about, we have this. What do we use, Matt?
The weird wheel of wacky worldly weirdness.
Yes, exactly. That's the official name. And on it we have our stories, which this week are the Dyatlov Pass incident, movie sets that came with a ghost, hilariously bad conspiracy theories, CNN reporters attacked by ghosts live on the air, mysterious roar over Wisconsin still unexplained, and numbers that launched absurd superstitions. All these are on the wheel. Whatever the wheel stops on, that's the story that we talk about. So do you want to do the honors, Matt?
Let's do this.
All right, spin it. All right. I'm all warmed up. We're ready to go. Let's get weird. What's it going to land on? Who knows? Well, the wheel does. And it is movie sets that came with a ghost. So let's start the timer. Let's wind up the clock. And go. All right, so these are a number of movie sets from famous films that you may have seen, and the weird things that happened on the sets of these actual movies that were about ghosts and things like that. So the first one is The Possession. Have you ever seen The Possession, Matt?
I don't think so. So that being said, if I did see it, it wasn't very good if I don't remember it.
I should have put some kind of like description of the film and when it came out. Do you want to do that while do you want to find out a little bit about the movie while I kind of talk about what happened on the set?
It came out in 2012. It's about a young girl who buys an antique box at a yard sale, unaware that inside the collectible lives a malicious ancient spirit. Girl's father teams up with his ex-wife, and I have seen it now that we're talking about it. I don't remember it being very good, to be honest.
It was okay.
Yeah,
I'll give it 3.5 out of 5 stars.
It only got a 5.9 out of 10, so you're pretty much on par.
Okay. So Jeffrey Dean Morgan, one of the stars, admits to being a skeptic, but couldn't help being freaked out by some of the things that happened on set. This included lights exploding for no good reason, and chilly breezes wafting through closed sets. I love the word wafting. It only seems to happen when integral scenes were in the process of being filmed. The creepiest incident, however, was when the storage facility where all the props were being stored caught fire and burned to the ground. An investigation into the blaze confirmed that it could not be blamed on arson or electrical. The dieback box used in the movie was destroyed in the fire. There is, of course, the real-life dieback box, and its owners offered to bring it to the set. Being as spooked as they were, the cast and crew refused to allow the box anywhere near them, which I don't blame them for.
No, especially since this movie was based on a true story. So, why? What if this was a true story? Why in the hell would those people keep that box?
I know, because according to the movie, the box is nothing but bad news. It causes bad things to happen. So why would you keep it? Yeah, you're right.
Because people are dumb.
Okay.
If the owners of that box are listening, I'm sorry, but you're dumb.
Glad. I doubt that they listen, but who knows? You know, it surprises me, the people that listen to our podcasts, because I'll get emails or voicemails or text messages from people just out of the blue like, hey, we love your shows. I'm so-and-so. And I'm like, holy crap, really? So you never know.
Yeah, right.
Okay, here's the next one. The Ghost of Goodnight Lane. This sounds like this is 2010. Sounds like an old movie.
The one I found is 2014.
Okay. So the horror movie was inspired by a haunted movie set. That's funny. So the movie was inspired by a haunted movie set, and then the set that they were filming this movie, which was inspired by a haunted movie set, is also haunted.
That's Inception haunt.
I know. The producer of the film knew that the staff had visions of an unknown male white on set. Unknown male while on set. Film equipment was moved where no one was around, or when no one was around, and someone even got a slap in the face by an unseen hand. These types of unnerving incidents had been going on for quite a while. The producer confirmed that he and his crew have actually kept a record of all the unexplained incidents. In 2010, paranormal investigators confirmed that the set was haunted based on the results of several tests and EVP recordings. The producer was inspired by this and started working on the script for The Ghost of Goodnight Lane. Oh, okay. So that's the story of the original movie.
Oh.
He also thought it would be a good idea to use the same haunted set for the film.
Well,
okay, go ahead.
There's so many dumb things that people do. Like, oh, this is haunted. Let's go ahead and just use that.
Yeah. Sorry, my microphone was bumping the table. I had to move back a little bit. Okay. So he was just asking for it. Basically.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You. The description you gave is the exact description on IMDb, essentially.
Okay.
They were an angry ghost kills everybody. Apparently, it was supposed to come out in 2012. Didn't actually come out until 2014. Got a 4.5 out of 10 on IMDb.
I wonder what the original movie was, where the original incident happened. I'd like to know that too. Okay. So the last one on this list is the Amityville Horror. Of course, we all know that one. 1979, starring James Brolin. This is the original one, not the remake from a few years ago. By the way, what did you think of that remake? Have you seen the Amityville Horror remake?
Yeah, I own it. I like it. I think Ryan Reynolds is actually really good in it. Going from Van Wilder to like an axe wielding like crazy asshole, it was pretty impressive. The original's still like near and dear to my heart because it's the original, but the remake was pretty decent.
You're a big horror movie fan, aren't you?
I love me some horror movies.
We're actually working on something. We're working on a secret project involving horror films, which I'm
super secret.
Yeah. Okay, so the first Amityville Horror, 1979, starring James Brolin. It was also based on a true story. Brolin was not too keen on doing the movie and only accepted it after something strange happened. While reading the script in the early hours of the morning and getting to a frightening part of the story, a pair of Brolin's pants suddenly fell off a hanger, causing Brolin to leap out of his chair in terror. The movie was remade in 2005. Just before filming was due to start, a dead body washed up on the shore right by the movie set. Ryan Reynolds starred in the remake and claimed that members of the crew kept waking up at 3:15 each morning while filming. This was also the time the real murders took place. Interesting. Very interesting. And I just recently read that there were some weird incidents that happened during the filming of Poltergeist, the new Poltergeist, which comes out when we're recording this. It comes out this coming Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd like to hear.
Much excite.
Yeah, we were talking about that before the show started. How that was the first movie that you and your wife watched together, right?
Correct. Yep.
And you're kind of unsure about this new one. Like, you hope that it's very much like the original. You hope that it's not messed with too much.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, I essentially want an updated version of the original. I just don't want it to suck. They have a really bad history of poorly remaking classic horror movies, such as Friday the 13th and Halloween. And I don't mind the Nightmare on Elm Street remakes, but something special about the originals.
Okay, what do you think about different types of horror films? Like, what's your favorite? Like, do you prefer the ones that are like a haunted story, something paranormal, or do you prefer something like with a monster, like a serial killer, like Freddy or Jason?
I really like the old school slasher films, like the big three. Well, four, I guess. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, but lately we watch a lot of like the paranormal possession movies, things like that. There's something that you can't explain happening, and usually there's like 3/4 of the movie are really good, and then towards the end it just kind of craps out. But I can't remember which one. It wasn't quite a horror movie, but it was about the Jamestown Massacre.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Not actually seen it, but I've seen that like on Netflix or something like that.
Yeah, I can't remember what it's called right now. It was recommended to us from Gary Yap. But yeah, that movie was really good, and it's not quite a horror, but it's like kind of a thriller with a religious background per se. But yeah, I don't know. I'm on this like constant journey to find something that'll actually scare me in a movie, and that's hard. It's I can't do it. I mean, the horror video games will scare the crap out of me because I get so like immersed in it, and I just can't immerse myself into a movie like that.
It's kind of like more first person. It's more personal, right? Video games are.
Well, you're paying far more attention to the actions that you're actually doing instead of just a movie where you're just kind of sitting there watching it. I have a really short attention span when watching movies, so I'll end up doing something else. There's actually an Indiegogo right now for an augmented reality smartphone game called Night Terrors, where it like takes the camera of your phone and then your GPS, and you watch through your camera, and it essentially like builds a map of your house, and then it'll place monsters in your house based on where the walls and doors and stuff are, and it's actually super intense. And I'm too scared to like buy it.
Wow.
But it looks pretty crazy, and it shows like how the technology works, where it'll like heat map your house and where the walls are, and like you can hear sounds on the other side of walls and stuff. And yeah, yeah, right.
Even knowing that it's all like it's set up to be that way, it's still kind of creepy.
Yeah, and like I guess the purpose of the game is you're supposed to free a girl. So this girl will like scream help and like yell for you and stuff, and you can only play it at night. And your house has to be dark. And I'm like, no, because it's going to make me scared of my own damn house.
You know what? Another thing that's going to be kind of a boon for this type of game, or that type of game particularly, is both the virtual reality ones, the ones with the head that is fully immersive.
Yes.
And then the Microsoft ones, which kind of overlays things on top of your real world.
Yes. That Microsoft, and I haven't read anything about what's recently happened or seen much, but I think that'll be super cool where it like displays onto your walls and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. There we go. That is our topic this week. Movie sets that were actually haunted. So we would love your feedback on the stories that we talk about on Weird World Weekly. And you can do that by calling our voicemail number, 805-328-3966. 805-328-3966. You can go to our website, galacticnetcasts.com, and click on the tab on the right-hand side and record your message through the website, or email galacticnetcasts@gmail.com. Please, if you subscribe to us on iTunes, leave a 5-star rating and a favorable review. That helps us get more listeners. And the best thing, the most important thing you can do is tell your friends about Weird World Weekly. Word of mouth is the most important thing. Don't you think, Matt?
I absolutely 100% agree. I think word of mouth has gotten us a lot further than anything else. And, how long has this been? 4 years now that we've been doing this?
Yeah. All right. So that's going to do it for this edition of Weird World Weekly, Matt. Until next time.
Keep it weird, Dave.
All right. We will talk to you later.
All right. My dog's